Hi guys, this is Allison from Youth Alive. I'm talking today about the basics of disciple making. You know, Jesus wants his kingdom to grow, increase, and multiply worldwide. His plan is to teach us to make disciples who will then make more disciples. Before Jesus left the earth, he commanded his followers to teach others. He said, "Teach them to do everything I have told you." Their mission was to make more disciples. And if you're a follower of Jesus, making disciples is your mission too. Well, what is disciple making? Well, it involves relationship. It involves two people who are not at the same level spiritually. It involves a stronger Christian helping a newer Christian to grow in their faith. The motive of discipleship is love. It involves coming alongside, reaching out, and being a caring friend to a younger Christian, serving them and helping them. You do not have to be perfect. In fact, no one is. But you do have to be a disciple. You can't teach truths that you're not living. You are teaching by example. Well, what do you do when you make disciples? I would say three things. Number one, you're talking about everyday life. Talk with them about their challenges, what's going on, what are they struggling with, what's going well. Two, pray about those things that are going on in their lives, bothering them, challenges. And three, there's a teaching part of it. You're going to read the Bible together. Disciple making involves spending regular time together, at least twice a month, if not weekly. You could go to a coffee shop, you could even do FaceTime, but it needs to be regular. It involves doing life together, knowing what's going on in someone's life. It's a safe space where you can be honest. It involves catching up, listening, understanding the person, encouraging them, and it involves more listening than talking. You are sometimes affirming them, sometimes counseling them. You may even need to warn them about some of their choices if they're not good. Help them to see. Do everything in love. Be gentle, but give them accountability. So the second thing we do, aside from spending time and catching up, is praying for issues. Praying for those accountability issues. Teach the person how to pray. Model prayer for them. Encourage them to try for themselves. Third, you need a plan. You can't just hang out. You're not going to get anything done. That's not okay. You need to read the Bible together based on the person's needs and interests. You can be creative. There's no formula. I would encourage a new Christian to read one of the Gospels. Maybe the Gospel of Mark because it's shorter. And maybe give them an assignment like read one chapter this week or read 2 chapters this week. And if you don't understand something, just write it down so you can ask me next week. Who should you disciple? Well, don't waste time. If someone is not really interested, if you feel like you're having to try to force them too much, don't do that. Find someone who is teachable and who wants it. Someone who wants to grow. Be someone who is open, someone who's available and reliable. In general, boys should disciple boys and girls should disciple girls. Usually it's older to younger, but they could be the same age. Find out whose schedule works with yours. Maybe someone who lives near you so you can get together without a problem. Pray about it. Ask God to lead you to the right person to disciple. Ask him if you've led someone to Christ, then you need to be prepared to disciple that person. Well, how do you start a discipling relationship? The leader should initiate, should start things off and invite the other person. The stronger Christian should invite the weaker Christian. You should have a clear goal in mind, a clear day, a clear time, maybe figure out at least 30 minutes to an hour. You would say something like this to the person. Would you be interested in meeting once a week to learn the basics of following Jesus? I'm free Mondays and Fridays from, 10 to 12 or whatever it is. Or here's another way you could say it. You seem to have a lot of questions about God. Would you like to meet for lunch on Tuesdays so that I could answer your questions? Or if you're in high school, would you be able to get to school half an hour early, before school, or stay half an hour after school? Just see what you can make work. You have to be flexible and you have to work hard to make it work. But it does have to be mutual. You cannot force anyone, and if they aren't really on board, they certainly will not follow through. There could be possible problems with a discipleship relationship. It does involve a certain amount of risk. First of all, they may not take your advice. You have to accept that without getting rejected yourself. It's not about you. They're just not ready. You need patience. You need some time to prepare, think about what you're going to do. And you might have to be struggling yourself with some fears of rejection or failure. But we'll pray about it and ask God to help you do it anyway, even if you're scared. I want to guarantee that this discipleship relationship is very joyous. It's very satisfying. It's not your ability, but it's God working through you. And the rate of growth in that person is up to God, not you. So there are no failures. You're just making yourself available as a channel for God. Take a risk. I want to encourage you. Take a risk and become that disciple maker today that God is looking for. Help him to expand his kingdom and multiply his kingdom. Amen.